I've got three separate things of artillery.
All right, guys. DJ Guildmaster with the Samurai, the Kilt. Although the Samurai's new name might be the Delhi Dynamo. There's a story behind that.
Yeah, there is. Well,
he's ahead of the Delhi. You are, man. You're the king of chopped ham.
He's part of the delicatessen, at least they.
I chopped it with my katana when I'm the samurai.
That's not surprising. Like, what? That was not a katana. That was like you're flipping burgers.
I'm sorry.
You know, John Belushi did Samurai Delicatessen at one point.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. All right, so we got British versus T80 Shot Company. So let's go over. We'll go over the British list real quick, and then we'll go over the Shot Company. When we come back, we'll go over their mission and stuff. So go ahead. What we got here?
We got ourselves a full warrior company, up armored. Right here's all the fun infantry with Milans.
Okay.
In that same formation, I got 8 mortars, 4 abbots.
Okay.
3 chieftains. Challengers with Romar.
Okay, so the heavy boys.
Yes, 3 chieftain marksmen, a foo, and MLRSs with mindlets for fun.
Oh, nice. That's 115, pretty compact force.
Actually, 115 points exactly.
Okay, cool. So this should be interesting. This is the board. It's a nighttime. That's why it's black like that. And then the Shot Company. What's that?
Like my soul.
Greg, you're not built that way. Or Samurai, you're not built that way. Like, people know. They watch the videos.
Okay.
So go over your company, your T80s. What do we have?
I'm running a T80 Shot Company.
All right.
7 T80s with 3 Storms.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My BMP battalion.
Okay.
9 3s, 9 1s.
Okay.
With 4 T72Bs.
Oh, nice. Okay. So those are the new ones with the extra armor and stuff like that. So they're the chunkier boys.
Chunky.
So that's 115.
You might want to be careful. Watch out for Ukrainian Oleg. He's coming for that scrap metal.
Oh, but yeah, that's the 2 armies, guys. It's the map. We got like some village buildings, some beat up roads, a couple hills. Pretty sparse, but it's going to be open. When we come back, we'll go over their mission and their setup.
I have 2 more markers.
All right, so we got the board set up. The guys today are playing Dogfight. It's one of the newer missions. So the board kind of looks like this. Yeah, it's all right. They see the picture. Basically, objectives are live turn 1.
For the Soviets.
For the Soviets, and you have to have them repelled off by turn 6. Mm-hmm. So this half of the board is the defender. The 16 inches over here is the attacker. So let's go over Greg's formation, or the Samurai. You tell I'm rusty recording, dude.
I know, right? It's been a while since we have.
So go ahead, go over like where you have your units placed and stuff.
All right, well, I have my T80 Shot Company over here on the flank.
Okay.
The BMPs are in the middle.
Okay.
I have some Storms sitting here. We're going to try to snipe some stuff, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
My T-72Bs.
Okay, and all your infantry are in transports?
Transports, correct.
Okay. Well, there's a bunch of minefields ahead of you. We don't have any CDs, but like each 2.5 inches around each one. Then going over to the Defender. Defender has 60% reserves. They're immediate delayed scatter. They also have minefields and 1 ambush unit. So go over your formation.
All right, so we got
your deployment.
Warrior Company Platoon number 1 sitting over here.
Okay.
In foxholes out and deployed. Right beside it, Company number 2 in foxholes.
Okay.
Commander hidden in the forest a little bit with his machine gun team.
Okay.
They also have their transports. 4 mortars, 8 mortars, 4 abbots, 3 of those guys. The Milans are currently hiding in ambush.
Okay.
Their transports are off here trying to do British things.
That's one of the new FAQ things, guys. Before, you used to have to ambush in your things or ambush together. Now you can ambush separate. So
we have some minefields smattered in front to try and make it living hell for him to try and get to his objective.
And both objectives are here. One in the woods, one in front of.
Yeah. Ranged in marker for the MLRSs is right here. The mortars are right here, and the 105s right here. I have the leader marking on there so I know who's firing at what.
Okay. Then in reserve you have what?
All 3 Chieftain Romars. Didn't want to do it, but my food because I needed that 1 extra point.
Yeah.
And then the 3 marksmen, since Greg doesn't have any aircraft, I elected to leave them off the board for now.
Okay. So attacker has turn 1, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. After
we're playing daylight too.
Oh yeah, even though our board's nighttime, it's daylight. We're gonna go ahead. We'll come back after Shot Company turn 1. All right, so we did some research. Deep Scatter Reserves state that if your front armor is 4 or up, you're a battle tank unit. And unfortunately, all the what they call scorpions,
Warriors.
the warriors.
Since they're up armored, they're 5 up. And
They're
normally
5.
They're 4 up, I do believe.
So
Normally they're 3 up.
So we pulled them all off the board. I just threw a question towards the Battlefront, the Facebook group, and we'll see what the answer is. I want to say that they are considered battle tank units, even though they're transports. But with that side note, I see the board's a lot more emptier now. Going over, Samurai, what did you do besides like push up everywhere? It looks like.
I just took a couple pot shots at his mortars down on the end, and I built one out. Other than that, I just moved everybody up.
Okay, and you used the storms for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's about it. So we're going on to British turn 1. We'll be back. Okay, we did confirm it with the help of Matthew Cook off of the Team Yankee page. We are correct in the vehicles being battle tanks. So go ahead, Kilt, tell us what you did. I see some shooting happen. So a couple of vehicles are knocked out.
So we popped our ambush of Milan's up here.
Okay.
That's right there along the edge of where we allowed to deploy.
All right.
Did some shooting. These guys, 3 guys in the building, shot at BMP 3s, popped 3, killed 3 guys in them.
Okay.
This guy from this squad shot 1 long range down at the guy beside the building, popped him. Infantry made the saves.
Okay.
These 2 right here shot at these 2 tanks, killed 1, bailed 1.
Okay.
And everything else is technically out of range of artillery, and I'm not moving those ranged in markers just yet.
Okay. So that was the end of turn 1 for, I guess you're the Warrior Company and Shot Company. Going on to turn 2, top of turn 2, Shot Company.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so that was the end of Soviet turn 2. Go ahead, walk us through what happened there, Samurai.
The T-72 came up, shot at those guys, built one out.
Okay.
I just maneuvered up to trying to get through these minefields and
Ranged in markers.
ranged in markers and blah, 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 because British are just British.
Sadly, I didn't bring my chicken-powered nuclear landmine today.
My BMP 3s I moved up, they made their morale. They're just out of range of their main gun.
Okay.
Makes me sad.
Okay.
The T-80s came down here. Did I even shoot it?
Yeah, you shot them, missed.
Missed. Yeah, that's
Shot
right.
this group of Abbots in the open, missed. And
Well,
then-
I see a destroyed Abbott and
that
bailed
was-
That was
out.
from a turn ago.
yeah, that's from a BMP 3 with its missile.
Okay, well, I think we missed that in the first part of the turn.
No,
there.
that was on this turn. Yeah.
Oh, that was on this turn. Okay.
Yeah, then he used his 1 T-80 to shoot into the infantry, and it just kind of whiffed off into existence.
Okay.
T-72Bs over here shot at my mortars, killed 1, bailed 1.
Okay. So that's the end of Soviet turn 1. As these guys are playing, I'm trying to find a video I edited. It looks like I can't find how to redo that video. It's like, all these new problems. But that's the end of Soviet or Shot Company turn 2. Going on to Warrior turn 2. Okay, that was the end of Warrior turn 2. I see like 1 or 2 smoking hulks. What happened here, Kilt?
A lot of shooting,
Okay.
a lot of saves on him. My artillery was really lackluster this turn.
Okay.
Tried to salvo. Everybody saved on the salvo from the MLRSs.
Okay.
Infantry shot at them with the mortar and the 105s. Made both their saves. Same thing with the BMP 1s. 3 I
Okay.
mean. The Milans this turn must have been defective French wiring, I guess, because they really didn't perform that well.
You hit one of the T-80s on the side.
And it saved it with the armor. It got stuck in the road wheel.
Yeah, the armor actually stopped it, believe it or not.
This guy over here, though, actually did pretty well. Managed to get a shot on a T-72B, killing it.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Oh, wow. So pretty an interesting turn. So we're going on to turn 3. It's going to be top of Shot Company. The next turn, you get immediate reserves.
Yes.
So you sit rolling for reserves.
And they're scattered, so they can either come in over here, back
Yep.
here, or over there. I'm hoping they come in over there, because if they
Yep.
come over there, he's getting met with tanks.
I imagine what you're coming on with.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going on to Shot Company top of turn 3. All right, it's on you.
Bye.
Okay, that was the end of Shot Company turn 3. So go ahead, Samurai, walk us through what's happening. I see a lot more movement. Looks like vehicles are just plowing through the minefields unchecked. So what's going on?
So far, so good. Yeah, surprisingly, I've been getting through the minefields. I don't know how or why.
You can't make artillery, but minefields, you guys are like, oh,
Yeah.
whatever. Just drive right through it.
Minefields? We don't need those things.
Yeah.
Minefields.
Artillery, no, we can't hit nothing. Minefields, we'll drive right through it. But go ahead, what happened here?
The T-80s moved up. Shot at this guy in the end, whiffed again.
Okay.
Camouflage pattern, that's what it was.
I know, right? These guys came down on machine gun. 9 machine gun shots. I got
Two bases.
infantry. Not enough to pin them.
Okay.
No, they are pinned, yeah.
Or they are pinned.
Yep.
The T-80s came up. Shot.
Okay.
Didn't do anything.
You guys are surrounded in this building, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Get my big hand in there.
Yeah. Yeah, they shot into this one shot into the building, didn't do anything.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna have to go with plan B.
Okay.
I tried to move my storms out of the woods, one got stuck.
Okay.
Because now I'm blocking all my
You cross checks.
well no, I'm blocking all my shots with them now.
Oh, okay. And then you drove through the whole big minefields and guys drove through no problem.
Yeah.
Pretty wildly. Okay, so that was a pretty productive turn then, I guess. Now we're going on to Warrior turn 3. Now you get to roll for reserves.
Yep, let's see
You
what
want
we
to go
got.
ahead and roll dice?
Oh, that's cocked.
Cocked.
No.
No. Oh, that's a 3, guys. All right.
I would have gotten that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
So we're gonna go. We'll come back after Warrior turn 3. All right. So that was the end of Warrior turn 3. No reserves came on. So go ahead and walk us through some stuff still bailed out. It looks like some stuff still
These
pinned.
guys are still good. These guys are pinned though, which
Okay.
I couldn't use the Milans, but the T-80s are a little too close, at least in the front there. But I was able to get some good shots off.
Okay.
Starting out, we used these Milans in the building here. Fired past this dude here and hit these two T-80s.
Okay.
Hit and kill there.
All right.
They used the other guys to fire at this Milan, who's just outside the arming range of 8 inches.
Okay.
Just outside, and got a hit and killed one of the infantry in it. Carl Gustavs and the pin team hit this BMP-3, killing one of the guys in it.
Okay.
Bailed out. No, they both survived, and then the machine guns here laid into them and killed the one guy that got out, which was a PKM team.
Okay.
Moving over here, these two Milans fired in T-72Bs, killing a bale. So
Okay.
he's bailed in the minefield. I don't know if he wants to do that. And then Carl Gustavs again from this squad lit into the BMP-3s.
Okay.
Really didn't do too much other than knock them out, kick the guys out, and then killed the guys once they got out.
Okay.
These guys are very tenacious and don't want to die. But we'll see if they want to stick around next turn when the repeat bombardment hits them.
Okay.
Again, no reserves. Artillery, the mortars killed one. Didn't do anything. The 105s killed one stand of guys.
So the artillery for the British, which we're known for, is not doing too good this game so far.
It's 11s.
Okay. So we're going on to Shot Company turn 4. We'll see what the Samurai can do. It looks like you got some remounts, some leadership, some more minefield crossing.
Yes.
Definitely some infantry to deal with. We'll be back. Okay, a lot of carnage just happened. Samurai, what happened? There's a lot of assaulting going on. People are on fire.
Right, Jeff.
Okay, so what all happened?
All right.
Did some shooting.
Did some shooting.
I see a bunch of infantry piled out.
Yeah.
That was from last turn.
That was from last turn.
They assaulted into my Milans that were hidden in the building, and the assault was successful. My counterattack didn't fail.
So they killed them all on base.
He tried to assault with T-80s. He killed a couple guys. He killed 4 bases, including one of my Carl Gustavs.
And then he lost a T-80 in the process.
It was a trade for a T-80, and I think that was a good trade. for it.
Well, you lost like 3 or 4 bases.
4 bases total.
So it just kept going back and forth.
Yeah.
So
he lost the counterattack.
So it kept going back and forth. So that was the end of Shaw Company turn 4. A lot of stuff still bailed out. Guys, them guys are pinned, correct, Samurai?
Yes.
All right. So there's a lot of carnage going on. We're going on to turn 4 for Warriors. 2 dice for reserves. Go ahead and roll it.
Come on, give me some money.
So you get 1 unit, and then they get the roll scattered.
So the thing is right behind you, DJ.
Go ahead.
2.
So looking at it, it would
Over
be.
here.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy looking. Boop. So it looks like it's going on
over here.
It's over on that side.
Okay.
All right, so we'll be back after Warrior turn 4. Reserves finally arrived. All right, so that was the end of turn 4 for the Warriors. So go ahead, walk us through what happened. I see some bailed out vehicles, some burning vehicles.
Well, we finally got some support from higher.
Okay.
Challengers coming in, and right away they plugged shots in T-80s and knocked out 2 of them.
Or bailed them out.
Yeah, bailed them out. Moved over my Abbotts.
Okay.
And did direct fire into the side of T-80s, hoping to kill him or knock him out. Ended up bailing him out.
Okay.
Couldn't really do anything else with this squad because Milans can't really touch T-80s in the front because of one stops it.
Okay.
Did shoot Carl Gustavs into the BMP-3.
Okay.
Knocked it out, and the machine gun from the HQ section killed the guys in the back.
Okay.
More artillery, ended up bailing another 2 BMP-3s.
Okay.
Knocked it out with Carl Gustav. My mortars failed to re-range in, getting closer to the infantry.
Okay.
But then I just lit them up with machine guns, killed a couple stands. My MLRSs in the back actually did pretty good and killed the PKM team. They're the ones who bailed out the BMP-3s.
So pinned all the infantry again?
Yeah. Milan team decided they had some chutzpah in them and charged out, got shot at. 1 round hit, but made the save, so just nicked the pack and then knocked out a T-80 that was bailed out.
All right. All right.
Pretty much it.
So we're going on to Shaw Company turn 5. You have some remounts, maybe some leaderships to do, Samurai.
Maybe. Something.
And then you still have your troops really mired in the minefields. It's going to be rough getting out of there.
Well, we're going to try to do something about that.
All right. So we'll be back.
All right.
That was the end of Shaw Company turn 5. So your infantry tried moving through the minefields, got repinned, unfortunately. No one else over here shot or anything, Samurai?
No.
And then over here, some infantry moved up. Your T-80s attacked, crunched a bunch of British.
Mm-hmm.
You failed your counterattack even with the reroll, and they all kind of fell back out of foxholes. This BMP-3 tried assaulting, got blown up, pinning the guys inside. It's kind of about it, really.
Yeah.
So this is going into a Warrior turn 5, and we have a lot of objectives contested now. So going on to this turn, go ahead and roll. You have 3 dice for a reserve.
1.
So 1. Which side are they coming on?
Way down there.
That's like
6. So yeah, I believe over here.
Yep.
So along this whole side over here,
Yep.
when we come back, it'll be after Warrior turn 5.
Okay.
All right, so that was end of turn 5, the Warriors. So you killed the commander in assault.
Yep.
Because he was bailed out from a Carl G.
Mm-hmm. Warriors came on to wreck some infantry, and they did very, very badly.
And then that's really about it.
I blew up some more BMPs with the artillery salvo. Mortars finally ranged in again. Killed an RPG squad. Yeah, my other vehicles, they're doing okay, I guess.
Okay.
It's definitely still, it's not 1 for me yet because I still have to push him off the objective, and it's going to be hard.
So this is going on to Soviet turn 6.
Right.
So we'll be back after Shaw Company. Shaw Company's still in good spirits if people are wondering, because there's 2 tanks, and the Storms are all part of the same unit.
Right.
Infantry, there's still a commander and one full, what's left of a company. So they're still in good spirits. British, I'm assuming are in good spirits still.
Yeah, I still have a full infantry platoon, the mortars, the artillery, the tanks. I still got a lot of things that are in good spirits.
So that's pretty much it, guys.
One giant formation of British teabags.
We'll be back. Let me turn the camera. Oh no, I got to edit that turning out. Okay. All right. So the guys are still learning some of this new whole repel, hold, objectives things. So we just took like a half hour to go over it. So right now, that was bless you. That was the end of Samurai turn 6. He has to control at least one objective. No within 4. Unfortunately, his 2 T-80s went to assault his infantry, and these, since they're in foxholes and haven't moved, these guys were within 8. They fired and hit side armor and knocked out both T-80s, because that's what happens when you do assault. You know, with yeah. Well, I mean, I feel it should be hitting front armor. Infantry should be hitting side, but that's another thing. A lot of his infantry got close before they actually failed their pin checks. That's about it, right, Samurai? Nothing else really happened.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately, now though, if we do go to turn 7, your storms are going to go away. So the last ones in that formation. So now it's to the Kilt's turn. He still has reserves,
Nice.
and he has to clear out 5 to 6 infantry bases in order to win. The count is repelling. What some folks have missing, the one key word part of repelling, it's every objective, not just one, it's every. So he's kind of halfway there. We'll see how this goes. Again, like since we're on the road to nationals, we're being very
Rulesy.
yeah, and we're not doing it to be bad. We're just doing very rulesy.
You guys have to.
Yeah, and like I said, there was a I don't like going into it. There's a person at one of my games that I kind of let slide with some rules that it's not going to happen this year. I'm going to be very strict when it comes to some gameplay. But all right, so roll your reserves, Kilt. Let's see what happens, buddy. You're getting 3 units.
3 units. Yeah. I like it. Where are they coming in at? First unit. Over there. Second unit. Over there. Third unit.
Looks like it's going to be over there.
Over there.
All on this side. They like this side. All right, we'll be back after Kilt turn, or correction, Warrior turn 6. And maybe that might be the game. We'll talk to you. All right, so that is the end. Bunch of Warrior guys came on over here. The Kilt started firing everything. Killed the 5 infantry bases. Although it took everything he had to actually do it, and then it wasn't enough. So then he had to like assault out of his foxholes and kill him. But now
to quote the fallen Lieutenant Commander Jones at Goose Green, fix bayonets, gents.
And
just a flesh wound.
And that is the game. So all right, so this is like I think honestly for both of you guys.
Good game.
That's one of the first times you can play with like kind of the updated rules a little bit, and some. It's very. We're doing very wordsy, and we're also going with like repel. I think has been redone. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think of like a lot of like because that's a new mission too? You guys played.
Yeah. The repel definitely makes it a lot harder, especially if the objectives are spread out.
Well, yeah, and unfortunately they're right on top of each other.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could have one here, one over here. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where it makes it harder.
Yeah.
What do you think, Samurai? Like
I haven't played for so long that it's, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I still got 2 units in reserve as well.
Yeah. It's best to rust off. I think, too, looking at the extended mission pack, I think there's a few more missions with deep scattered.
Yeah.
And I hate deep scattered. Because, unfortunately, even transports count as the battle tank units.
Yeah, which is stupid.
So like that BMP 3s, Upgun Bradleys, I think Upgun Warriors, my Sheridans. I kind of think it should be like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or specifically say tank unit, not tank attachment. Or they need to separate between tank and transport.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there's no way that a Bradley is considered a tank and a warrior is considered a tank. The BMP 3 possibly.
Well, it
because
falls in the same category. I wouldn't consider it a tank either.
Well, with that main gun, when the secondary cannon beside it, you're getting into the gray area, but still.
I mean, like now you're talking oranges because you have the 25 Mike and you have the TOW 2 shot.
Yeah.
So I would still consider the BMP 3 in the same category. Yeah. But no, it really hampers NATO. Like as everyone's been seeing, my airborne force, it really hampers me. But it's doable. It's really rough with the deep scattered because you have to wait 3 turns. But that was Shaw Company versus Warrior, a really bloody battle. It came down.
I liked it.
Yeah,
okay. It had a good flow to it for once.
Yeah, it came down to turn 6 really, and
the end of turn 6.
It took a lot of stuff.
I didn't go down quietly. That's for sure.
No, I think the only thing that kind of really got you messed over was that minefield just hurt you because unfortunately either you clear the mines or you go through them.
It might sound like salt. I think they dish out too many minefields to the defender for what the points are. Like really, 5 minefields. I mean,
so I think it's 1 minefield for every 25 points, and I think that's why a lot of like events, because minefields are so prevalent now.
Yeah,
I think a lot of events cap it at 4. You know what I mean?
Even 4, I think, is just.
Well, I mean, you have to give the defender something whenever like 60% of their or 40% of their forces and reserves.
Yeah.
They don't come for like 3 turns.
Yeah.
So I think the minefields really are there to slow the attacker down.
Yeah.
But like there comes a point. I've been arguing for a long time. I think games are too big. I think 100 and lower is the sweet spot for Team Yankee.
74 to 75, right around there.
Because I think like once you start getting that 100 plus or past 100 plus, the boards are too crowded, especially when you fight Warsaw Pact players. Mm-hmm. I think the idea to raise the points was so people could bring bigger tanks.
Yeah.
But most Pact players, I'm looking at you, Czechoslovakia, you just buy more and more cheap tanks. Which I'm not saying that's not a bad thing, but it clogs and slows the game down.
Yeah.
So I almost think if you're going to do a higher point level, there should be some sort. And now with the new NATO book being spoiled, I think you'd be able to go to events and say, okay, we're doing 115 points. However, your army must include
minimum armor,
at least 118 up unit.
There's a couple that I've been seeing around people doing it. It's minimum. The lowest you can go for armor is 18. It's 17 to 18.
Yeah.
That limits T-72s. But you still get the T-64Bs, the T-72Bs, T-80s, and you're not getting sworn with 132 T-55s.
I think a lot of people, the reason that they don't do a lot of that nowadays, because there's some armies, like a lot of NATO, honestly, I think maybe even like the new Cubans and the Iraqis, you can't field an army because you don't have anything that heavy.
No.
So I think...
They have access to the 64s and the 72s.
Right, but like that's.
Oh no, Cubans only get 62s.
Right, so like that's why I'm thinking like there's some armies that you just can't do unless you take an allied force. Yeah. But I think with like Australians getting the M1A1 we saw,
the French having
the French, Leclerc, and the Dutch.
Are going to have the 285.
Yeah, they already have Leo 2s. They're having bigger tanks.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Canadians are probably getting Leo 2s.
Yeah, if they don't make it the C2 Nexus, which is basically the same thing as the 285.
So I think if we go to events, we're going to try it here. If we can, like, say there's an army or 1 unit cap, like 1 unit has to be this heavy. Mm-hmm. So that way it kind of eats up the points.
1 formation, not 1 unit. Because getting into that, you have to take, where you're bringing the tank force, the tank formation has to be this heavy.
You have to watch, though, because if you institute that rule, a lot of NATO, like Americans and like West Germans and British, you're stuck with a very, very small force. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking, like 1 tank unit per. So that way, like, guess what? You have to take those T-72Bs at 25 points a pop if you're, I think, East Germans or Soviets. But, all right, guys, if you like what we're doing, go ahead, like, share, subscribe. We have a Discord up on the thing. We have an Etsy store finally. So go over there, get some swag. There's more stuff coming, some like 3D prints and other things. We're working on getting our Patreon up. Basically, we're basically a full certified LLC now, so we're hopefully next year trying to get our own shop. So this is the Guildmaster with the Samurai and the Kilt. Until next time, guys, we'll see you in Zol later.
Put on a